happens when you stop eating for 24 hours? Is it just about not eating, or is there something more? Can fasting change your body, mind, and spirit? Well, in this video, I'm going to take you through my 24-hour fasting journey. Spoiler, it's not as hard as it sounds, and the results are pretty amazing.
So much fun.
The food, unbelievable.
Well, it's not like I'm on a diet or trying some fad. I've always been interested in living a healthy life, and I came across with this book. This book was about reclaiming control over our health. The results Dr. Mindy Pelz talks about when it comes to fasting were mind-blowing. It dives deep into how fasting can affect our metabolism, hormones, and overall well-being. Honestly, I was intrigued. So I decided to give it a try. Not as a challenge, but as an experiment to see how my body would respond. This video is all about my 24-hour fasting experience, inspired by what I learned in Fast Like a Girl. Let's see how it went. I just finished my lunch. It was seaweed soup, rice, and chives kimchi. And I will be starting 24 hours fasting from right now. I don't know what I'm gonna eat after I'm done with my fasting. It'll be breakfast, because the origin of the word breakfast, it actually came from breaking out from fasting. So let's see. One thing that I made sure was to keep drinking water, because you're not getting enough water from the foods that you normally eat. Just drinking water itself was really important to keep you hydrated. More than that, drinking water can help you forget about hunger. I decided to not do any physical activities this day so that I can conserve my energy. I did my assignment and then read a few papers. Just to keep my focus away from hunger, I was doing some miscellaneous stuff. I wasn't feeling extremely hungry until 6 hours in. 6 hours passed since I had my last meal. I was hungry and my thoughts were getting back to food. I was checking available food options from Uber Eats, but I managed to not order anything. I did my usual night routine, taking shower, drying my hair, applying skincare products. Alright, right now is 8:33, so it's been it's been 7 hours and 23 minutes passed since I had my last meal. I normally have my dinner around 5 o'clock or 5:30, but it's way past my dinner time. I was feeling a little hungry in between, but I just drank water and then just let it pass. And there's one thing that I overlooked. I have acidity issue. It's not severe, but an hour ago I was feeling my stomach's a little like acidity is growing up. But I'm just like powering through. It's not that intense. At this point, as I mentioned, the hunger died down. I've been watching a lot of videos on video editing, and unlike other vlogs that I usually enjoy watching, it doesn't have any food clips. So nothing triggered my hunger until I went to bed. It's 9:17. It's been 8 hours almost. I feel a little energyless, no more acidity issue. I'm speaking slow because I'm low energy. I feel thirsty, but I think that's just because I didn't drink water. I go to bed around this time anyway, so I'll probably just go to bed and then forget about the hunger. I went to bed at 10, but wasn't able to fall asleep right away. Next day I woke up. My body felt really light, but my head was not. Probably because of the late night sleep. What time is it?
It's 7:43 a.m.
I opened the windows, made my bed, used the bathroom, and washed my face. Because I've just woken up, I wasn't feeling hungry, and in fact, I actually wasn't feeling anything. But according to Dr. Mindy Pelz, there were wondrous things happening in my body while I was in sleep. Among them, I especially felt that my mental clarity got stronger. I had a meeting with my professor this morning, and my listening comprehension was so much improved. Good morning. Right now it's 7:59 a.m. It's been about 17 hours since I had my last meal. Right now, I feel slightly hungry, but at the same time, my stomach feels so comfortable. I wasn't feeling too groggy or too tired already. Last night, I wanted to go to bed around 9:30 or 10, and I think I was awake till almost 12, which is an hour and a half past my bedtime. So I feel a little sleepy, but other than that, my body actually feels great. Soon, the sleepiness wore off and my stomach woke up. I started craving for food, so I headed to the kitchen and scanned through all the snacks that I had. Of course, I didn't eat any. I think the biggest question for anyone considering fasting is, how do you deal with the hunger? But honestly, if you time it right and use your sleep to your advantage, it's surprisingly easier than you think. Of course, everyone's body is different. I'm already used to intermittent fasting because I usually have an early dinner. So a 24-hour fast was just a small stretch for me. But if that's not the case for you, it's better to start small, like cutting out late night snacks before jumping straight into a 24-hour fast. Another thing that I picked up from this book is that starting your day with sugary foods can make you crave more food. I've noticed that myself for a long time, so when I learned this, I stopped putting strawberry jam on my breakfast toast. And that really helped me keep my cravings in check. I've just finished the meeting with my professor. Right now is 10:03 a.m. So it's been about 21 hours since my last meal. I'm slightly feeling hungry. I feel like if there's a food in front of me, I will just devour it. But still doable. A friend of mine asked me, why do you keep going back to the kitchen where all the food is when you're fasting? Honestly, I hadn't thought about it before. But here's the thing. I don't keep any ready-to-eat snacks in plain sight. I stash them in the most inconvenient places, like the top shelf where I have to tiptoe to reach, or in a box that takes extra effort to get to. My laziness kicks in, and I mentally calculate whether it's worth the hassle. Most of the times, I'm too lazy to grab a chair, bring the box down, and get the snack, so I just give up. So those habits helped me during this 24 hours fasting. Right now is 11:30. I have 2 more hours to go. I'm hungry, though I'm not like super hungry. I do have cravings for food right now, but it's not super intense. At this moment, according to Fast Like a Girl, after 17 to 24 hours, the process of autophagy is heightened. Autophagy is the body's way of cleaning out damaged cells and regenerating new ones. This is a link to improved cellular health, reduced inflammation, and a lower risk of age-related diseases. I think I'm not getting like that intense craving because I don't see any food in my sight. If I was sitting in a restaurant and then going through this 24 hours fasting, I'm sure I'll be suffering a lot more. I've been just drinking water whenever I just feel like, oh wow, I need to have something. But slightly, I kind of feel a little impatient when I'm speaking or when I'm reading something. I feel a little impatient, which is a typical symptom that I have whenever I feel hungry. And I was looking up what kind of foods that I'm gonna have when I breakfast. Looks like veggies, bone broth, proteins like eggs or smoothies. I think they are recommended for your breakfast. I don't have veggies that I can eat at the moment. I have carrots and celery, but I'll have to cook those. I can't eat them raw. So my plan for the food is I'll probably boil 2 or 3 eggs because I'm a hungry girl. And I'll be having 1 kiwi, and I'll have kabocha soup that I made the other day. Kabocha soup is a little creamy because I put a lot of heavy cream and milk, which is not recommended for your breakfast. But other than that, I will have to have rice and some other stuff. So I think it should be still okay. I hope it's okay. I don't think it will upset my stomach. So I am officially hungry. My stomach is making growling noise. I was reading How to Fast Like a Girl on the food part, how to break a fast. And yeah, I can't wait to break the fast. I only have half an hour to go. FYI, if you wanted to make your fast more quantifiable, you can keep track of your ketosis level by purchasing this device from Amazon. It's about $25. In fact, Dr. Mindy Pelz uses this device to keep track of her ketosis level. When I was 5 minutes away from the completion of my fast, I started preparing for foods. Kabocha soup goes really well with baguette, so I prepare baguettes, though bread is not recommended for breakfast. 1:13. My 24 hours of fasting has been officially ended. How do I feel? I'm excited to have food. Eggs are boiling in the water and I just heated up the bread and I'm just so looking forward to have the food. Do I feel anything different? Well, I had a meeting with my professor this morning and though my body was not feeling like the strongest, but I had a mental clarity. So as I was listening to what my professor says, I was writing down the notes, and that concurrent action, listening and writing, a lot of time when my brain fog's really bad, I can't do that. I would just forget, oh wait, what was I writing? But this morning it was much easier than usual. Another thing I noticed is that it is actually doable. It could be because I'm used to do intermittent fasting like 16 hours or sometimes 18 hours, but 24 hours, I think the last 2 hours was the toughest. The first 16 to like 18 and 20 hours was okay, but I think the expectation of having food when the fasting is done, I think that's what just got me so much hungry. Another surprising thing is my stomach didn't growl too much. I think it was just 2 hours before my fasting was done. That's when it started growling, just tiny bit. I thought I would feel hungry so much more, but it was not as crazy as I expected, and I would say it's pretty doable. But everyone's body reacts differently on fasting, so please be aware of that.
Now that all the foods are ready, it's time to eat. I was surprised at all the things that I eat after 24 hours fast. They all taste more intense. The kiwi was much more sweet and sour. Baguette felt much crunchier, and kabocha soup, it tastes much sweeter.
I've never appreciated food more than this moment. I finished everything. And I officially ended my 24-hour fasting by drinking Yakult. So it wasn't too bad after all. And I am happy that I did that. If you're watching this considering doing a fasting, then take a look at Dr. Mindy Pelz Fast Like a Girl. Thank you for watching.